Hello everyone, welcome to another Persian update from Max Learns Persian. I will tell you exactly what I've been doing the last 2 weeks after the last update. So if you haven't seen that video, then please check it up here. And you see that I studied now over 365 hours, meaning that I did like 1 year if I would have studied 1 hour a day as planned. But I didn't. I'm doing significantly less. And I ended the last update with some pretty crazy and motivating plans. I'm going to read the mini stories, all of them again. I'm going to write a transcription. So I'm going to do transcript writing. Write a text. The third thing and most important thing that I'm going to do is on link, I'm going to plow through some difficult texts about something that I find really interesting, probably the history of Iran. Well, these are my plans, okay? I did not finish the mini stories. I did not write any transcript. I did not do any text writing. Surprise, surprise. I did not read a difficult text about the history of Iran. So, now what I did do, I will tell you now, and I will start, as you see here, the update from here, day 472 until day 494. And what I did on the first day after the last update is I got up early, I went for a run, you can see it here, and now I'm doing the formal mini stories. So I did start with the mini stories, but they were very, very boring, okay? Then here, I said I read 2 mini stories in Farsi, and here I was still enthusiastic. I was like, it's so nice to understand the story. I do not understand everything, but I understand most of it, blah, 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 blah. And then I put subtitles on my Persian video. So I do count that as well as listening time. Here you can see 54 minutes, 0.9 hours. And that's also because I added the subtitles myself on YouTube while listening to myself. And like that, of course, I'm listening to myself and I'm automatically thinking about what I should have said, right? Welcome to my new camera angle. You're maybe asking, why am I making this video? Why am I only talking about myself? Well, what I'm doing is I'm trying to show you what it actually takes to learn Persian. So I'm trying to tell you what I'm doing so you can learn from it. And I also hide kind of tips and tricks inside my videos and language updates, and that I hope you're going to use in your language learning. And if that's Persian, then it's a perfect video for you. But if it's any other language, then you can also definitely take something from it. So I hope you do that, and good luck. And then I realized also because of your comments, so thank you again, these mistakes. So I'm saying in sol instead of em sol. I'm actually translating it directly from English and from Dutch into Farsi, but it doesn't work that way. Also what I'm saying and instead of because, so I'm saying va instead of tune many times. That's just because I haven't really internalized these connectors in Farsi yet. So I should definitely practice that. And I still have a big fat accent when I say things with an A. That's because in Dutch we have the A and the A, just like in Farsi, but we are using it actually always the other way around. So for example, you can say de man, which means the man, and you can say de maan, which is the moon. So the A, the lazy A, let's say, and the more pronounced A are also the short and the long vowel. But in Farsi, that's actually the other way around. So the long vowel is actually the lazy one. So when you say man, that would be correct, right? For example, micham, man micham, which means I go or I want. And then if you say I, which is man, you're not saying man as in Dutch with the lazy a, but you're saying with the pronounced a, as for example in Spanish, when you say vale, the a, that's the one that you use in Farsi too. So you say man micham. And because I have such a fat Dutch accent, I'm saying it the other way around. I'm saying man micham, which is exactly the other way around and sounds very weird when I listen to myself actually, because of course I'm used to listening to Farsi from natives. So when I listen to myself, I do hear what I'm saying incorrectly, and that's also progress actually. So I'm finally now able to hear my own mistakes. So that's really great. That's also because of you. So thank you for that. Okay. Then here I did nothing. Then here on day 476, I talked a little bit to 2 Persian people. That was cool. I watched some videos of Persian with Majid, and I tried it also without subtitles, and that really helps, I find. Then I read some news stories on Link, blah, blah, blah. And I also made a new table. So this table over here is on the ground, and I actually made it myself. And I find it very nice to sit at this table and to look at the computer, because when I'm always here, I just always sit with my legs in 90 degrees, but actually I'm a person that finds it hard to stand still. So when I sit there, I can just stretch out my legs and do things. And that helps me to study Farsi for longer without getting bored, okay? These days are green because they're good days, because first I got up 80 words in Link, so that's great progress in one day. It took me 61 hours, 61 minutes to do that. And then I found a Who Is She story on Link again. I'll show you on the screen now what that story is. Hello, welcome to my new camera angle. I have now exactly 6,858 words in French, and that has nothing to do with this video, but I just wanted to show you. The story that I was talking about was this one, the Who Is She, and it has 26 stories with the same words over and over again in them. It's just basically a short story about a person wanting to know everything about another person, starts interviewing a man in the same apartment building about this person, and she says that this person that she wants to get to know it's a boy, that's her brother, and then later she says it's her boyfriend, and it's a little bit of drama, and the story starts relatively easy and then gets more complicated, and until A2 level, I guess, because I could read it fine. And of course, as always, I downloaded the audio onto my phone and I try to listen to it whenever I have some time, right? And all those minutes are also included in these times here. So here, basically, reading that story again and again and again until I finished it, and I tried listening to the story or to the Colloquial Persian podcast in the train. But because I'm not using the train that much now, you can see that I didn't study lots of minutes. And also because I finished my Dutch book. So I finished writing it, I finished building the webshop, and it's available for purchase for €5 if you're subscribed to my channel. You can see that I'm posting discount codes of 33%, so you can buy the book if you want to learn Dutch for €5. The last 3 days here, you can say finally I studied again for a longer period of time. I did 1 hour of reading the story and 15 minutes, the storybook, and 15 minutes of listening on the bike. The storybook is this storybook. You can see also those other days I've been using that book. I can really recommend it. It's a nice book full of vocabulary lists. So that's not really handy, but it does have some nice stories and a really good audio especially. So I recommend definitely you to buy the book and read through the stories. And then you can also practice some other things using this book. And practice speaking and writing also by reading and listening a book and doing some things with the things you are listening and reading. But that will be a topic of another video, because I'll be starting a new series called Quick Tips, where I'll be giving small tips about the different languages that I've learned, that I'm learning, and also specific to the skills that you need for certain things. So I'll be giving tips, for example, about writing, about speaking, about improving your accent and things like that. Overall, I'm quite happy with where my Farsi is going now. I'm just going to finish the book, and when I have some new goals that I think I can actually achieve, I will tell you about it. Because I don't want to say too many things that I don't do, in case you might think, oh my god, that guy's lazy, you know. I don't want to tell you about more stuff that I'm not gonna do, because I don't want to make a bad impression on the internet, right?